Let's see, we got topics for this week. Who is Shigeru Miyamoto? That one. That one. That's. I'm all about it.
Oh god. I have to do this in 2 minutes?
That's not possible. Shigeru Miyamoto is the greatest man who ever lived. Is my God. Is the most fantastic man who has ever existed. Worship him. Alright, so there's a guy, starts out as a child, who likes to explore countrysides without a map. Exploration and natural beauty and finding and discovering are his lifeblood, right? So he grows up thinking he wants to be a manga artist, comic book artist, much like myself. I know, right? Shigeru Miyamoto gets hired by Nintendo because they want to break away from playing cards, which they have previously manufactured since like the late 1800s. They hire him as an illustrator for characters, concepts, themes for the games. Shigeru Miyamoto goes on to, for the Nintendo company, create Donkey Kong, which was the first appearance of Mario. Super Mario. More importantly, one of the breakout hit, gigantic, awesome arcade games that actually came to the States and was actually huge. And everybody doubted it at first because it wasn't like the shooters and the old like maze navigation dot eating stuff that we'd seen before. It was ramps and ladders and a giant monkey and barrels and everybody thought it was too weird and complicated, but these were characters that had different sizes, different animations, different movements. They had story behind them. The whole thing had story behind them. It was the very first time that a video game had ever been developed with a story and characters in mind first. Then the gameplay came after, based on what the hardware could handle. This set a new precedent. Shigeru Miyamoto, with his success with Donkey Kong, would later go on to develop the Mario character further into the best-selling video game franchise of all time. He created The Legend of Zelda, based on the wonder of exploration that he remembered from being a child, exploring forests and caves and whatever in his surrounding countryside. There were caves near me that I could explore for inspiration. The level of sheer talent that constantly just oozed out of this man is breathtaking. He never stopped making the most celebrated and amazing video games in history. Legend of Zelda and Mario being at the forefront, but I mean F-Zero, Star Fox, Pikmin. The whole Wii obviously was his brainchild. Shigeru Miyamoto is arguably responsible for transforming Nintendo just in time to save it from bankruptcy, and then letting it blossom into what it is today. This man deserves more than 2 minutes.